Hello, Jess here again from nigezza.co.uk. I was just checking there, it was filming. I didn't actually tell and I didn't want to carry on filming if it wasn't. You may remember, not so long ago, I made this bag. In reality, I've just made this bag. I'm just redoing it. And it was a case from this swap I got. And as you can see, although I got those measurements correct, I got them ones wrong. So I'm going to do it today, doing it in exactly this measurement. So little handbag, and I've just put some eggs in there because it's nearly Easter, and that will work lovely. Okay, so I did this one with powder pink base, and then I stamped all over it using fresh fig, berry burst, powder pink and lovely lipstick. So I'm going for a greeny blue one now. So this was by Kayla Love, got it in a swap, loved it. So doing it now, I'm using lemon lime twist, and I'm going to stamp over using lemon lime twist, mint macaron, soft sea foam and tranquil tide. They were my thoughts. I'm using Bloom by Bloom again. I'm using exactly the same stamps. That one, that one, that one and that one. Okay, I've got them already mounted, and I've got my blocks ready with them on. They're photopolymer, so you need one of these. And the correct measurements to make that size as opposed to that size, if you want to make that size, check out my other video and my blog post. So the correct measurements for this is 5.5 by 6 3/4. Okay, the other one was just ½ inch smaller. And then for the handle, it's 1 inch by 3 3/4. So I'm just going to stamp all over these. So I'm going to start with the bigger flowers using the darker colours. So a little bit tranquil tide, doing the big flowers first because that way you know you've got space for them and you fill in the gaps with the little flowers. So just a bit of random stamping. You can of course do this with DSP, that would work, but I liked the idea of hand stamping cardstock because I like to do that. Okay, now which colour shall I do the other big flower in? I think we'll go for mint macaron. Mint macaron, mint macaroon. You say potato, I say potato. You say tomato, I say tomato. I say mint macaron. Sometimes I say mint macaroon. When it first came out, I did say mint macaroon. But hey ho, I know it's spelt that way, isn't it? It's spelt with a single O, so it should be macaron, shouldn't it? But I thought them little horrible biscuity things made out of meringue, which I don't like, which are overpriced, were macaroons. But maybe it doesn't mean that at all. Anyway, and then we'll do some soft sea foam. I haven't used this very much. Got it free. Oh yeah, that looks okay, doesn't it? When you're not stamping on white, colours come out different, don't they? Got quite a big space there to fill. Might have to go back over that. I did this exactly the same on the other one. Ended up with a big space, which I ended up going back over. But we'll just carry on for the mo. Actually, no, I better put one in there. I want to put one of them in. So that was the mint macaroon Ron. Maroon Ron. There we go. Yeah. So now we're just the lemon lime twist is gonna be that one. I wasn't sure if this would end up being quite similar to soft sea foam, but it's quite different really. Quite like these colours. Never really been a fan of lemon lime twist, bit too in your face bright, and reminds me of horrible sweets with lots and lots of E numbers that send your children wild. There we go. So I ramble, and that's probably enough. I might do sea foam in there. Now that it's done, that'll do. There we go. So that's the stamping complete, and now we'll get on with the just clean them using my shimmy shammy today, because I need to wash my scrump and scrub. I had washed them after doing all the pinkies, and when I sort of stumped them down, they were still pink. They get that residue, whereas here, completely clean. So, yeah. Right. Scoreboard, if you please. So, what we'll do is we'll give this a score, and then I can get it stuck. So we're going to score this in half, at 1/2 inch, and then we're going to do 1/2 inch at each side. Okay, so I'm just going to fold and burnish that, because can't find my bone folder. It was here a sec ago. I literally just used it. And now it's hiding. Hello. Why would you do that to me? I'm gonna sack you. I've literally, oh, there it is. There we go. So do that. Do that. Do that. And then we'll put some Tombow down the centre. So we've got a nice strong handle. It's not quite, actually. I might trim that. I'll just stick it down first, sticking a punch on it. Right, this was when I discovered I'd gone a little bit wrong last time. So we're going to score at 1.5 inches. This is the short side. Score at 1.5 and at 4, and that gives us a 2.5 inch width there. Whereas last time I did it, I just miscalculated and added 2 inch. And then on this long side, it's the same. I've got it at 7 3/4, 6 3/4. Do you know, I really sometimes think I should just go back to bed and start again. So let's just trim this off. Goodness me, it's 6 3/4, not 7. That's a score. Not 7 3/4. There we go. 6 3/4 by 5.5 is what you want. Okay, so we will score at 1.5, at 3, at 4.5, and at 5 1/4. There we go. That is the scoring done. Then we fold and burnish all of these. just remembered that my large scissors would probably be better for these. There we go. So I'm just going to get my large scissors. There we go, because we want to cut all the way down to the third score line here, because that's your top of your bag, and you fold over, and I just find I get a better cut with these big ones. Always cut inside the score line. Okay, and then we are going to cut this bit off here, and the same on this side, and we're going to cut up these two here. Alright, and then we're going to notch in these flaps, and I will trim just a tad off there. Tad is a local saying for meaning a little bit. I don't know if it's a whole Yorkshire or just all, but I'd never said it before I came and lived here. I don't remember saying it before. Tad and skeg. Gives a skeg. Means give us a look. And some other amazingly sayings that I had no idea what they were talking about when I first came to live here in Yorkshire. And then we'll just round those corners off. Mind you, they didn't have a clue what I was talking about either, to be fair. There we go. So that's our front flap done, flump flap. And so then we're going to put some glue on these flaps here. Not sure about this lemon lime twist, to be honest. I should have gone with my idea of doing it in blue. Don't know. Although Pinkies do. When I met, it was Stacey Marsh. She said, oh, I love lemon lime twist, because I did some swaps and I used lemon lime twist and she chose it. And I was like, I can't imagine people just going for it, but people do like it, don't they? So we'll just stick those ends up. Oof. And then we'll just pinch slightly there so that it can fold over, like so. Nice little divot there. So I shall stick my handle on. The handle is being nicely squished under there. Oh, I don't need to trim, that's absolutely fine. That's going to be the underside. So we'll just, with my bone folder, give this a bit of a curl. So we've got nice curvature to our handle, like so. Tombaroonie on the end here. There we go. I always think Tombo would be a Womble name. Do you remember the Wombles? The Wombles of Wimbledon, coming are we. Loved the Wombles. First whole book I read that was like not a picture book, that was like a proper novel when I was a child. Absolutely loved the Wombles. I've still got an Orinoco on the sofa at the bottom of my bed. And a Madame Cholet. My mum had a colleague that made wombles, and she made me a Madame Cholet, and Orinoco was my favourite, so I was a little bit disappointed by that one. I didn't show it. Yeah, Tombow. I think it's because there's like Tobermory in there and Tomsk. It's kind of a mixture of the two. Right, and then I'm using some Velcro stickies like the original. So don't know where my little scissors are now, so let's cut that off there. Why are you not wanting to cut? And then oh, for goodness sake, thank you. That one's a little bit too small, that seems to be stuck there. We'll have that one. There we go. Stick them back. I bought big ones so that I could have them on big projects and little projects. So we'll stick a bit on there and that over there. Pull it off and then stick it down in place. I have tried different brands of Velcro sticky, and real genuine Velcro is worth the extra few pennies because they work. There we go. And so that was like, so that is the same size as the original, and you can see the original was just done that. I'm not quite sure on the stamp set of that one. I think I do know it, but I can't remember. But I decided to sort of decorate the front a little bit, and I think I'm going to do that again because I quite like the look of that. So I've got a 3/4 circle punch, I've got a 1/2 inch circle punch, and I've got one of the bitty flowers, and I've got some scraps. When I make a decision, I'm going to do Tranquil Tide, and I've got these scraps actually. So, oh, I wonder what it would look like if I cut it. I don't know what that's doing there. If I cut that from the outside circle, that might look cool. On there. Oh yeah, might like that. And oh, I might just then stick that on. I could layer these two. That'd be a bit different, wouldn't it? Indeedy. Can't really see that one underneath. Maybe if I do macaron? Rooney Baroonie. Oh yeah, I think we're cooking on gas now, aren't we? Right. So let's layer them up. This one I used a little embellishment on there, but I think I might actually layer those the other way and put a lemon lime twist sequin in the middle. Yes, that's where we're going, because I don't think it was that colour white, and I think fresh fig on that one, so sticking before I've overlapped it enough. I'll have to do. Stick that in the middle there. that on top. And then we'll get some of the sequins. This is my little travel pack. Oh, they're not flower shaped. And, oh yeah, there's one there. It appears to have become unsticky. Right. So good, is it? So where are my sequins? I was using them the other day. There we are. And then I might put one on each. I might put one of the circular ones on the top there. They do get a little bit lost though, don't they? Oh, I'll put them on anyway. I've started, so I'll finish. So it looks like a little bit of a button on there. So that is what I should have made in the first place, but I got the dimensions wrong, but I actually think it's all right. So that's the original, and that's my little take on it, and then that's the one I made slightly smaller. So hope you like that. All the details will be on my blog, nadeza.co.uk, and if you haven't seen this one and you'd like to see it, then just click back and you should be able to find it. And as what I did with this one is I put some little chocolate eggs in as a nice little Easter treat. So how cool is that? You could put, of course, jewellery in there, whatever you wanted really. Okay, so see you again soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to buy anything, click down to my shop, and I will be back as usual Tuesdays, Fridays and Sundays with a tutorial every day on my blog.